So you say, let's get to those 3 points.
Okay.
That you say.
So the culture of LA.
Okay.
The LA itself as a city and the survival, and the La La Land. Mm-hmm. So the culture of LA, what I kind of mean by that is the film culture of LA. Because no matter, like my neighbor, when we were talking about, he was talking about acting. He was like, "Hey, I heard you act." Another neighbor probably told him. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, I went to high school with this person, this person, this person. We hung out." Like the person at the grocery store has an aunt that's a grip person. The person, I don't know, that you see, I don't know, picking up leaves. Everybody in LA is related to someone in the industry in some capacity. Mm-hmm. They went to high school with them, mm-hmm. or their cousin is this, their mom is this, or used to be this. And the film industry feeds so much of LA, and as well as the up-and-coming actor. The up-and-coming actor feeds LA also, because there's so many things that the up-and-coming actor pays for in the city. Everyone eats off of us. Mm-hmm. So that's the culture of LA. It's such a film city, in my opinion. Now, there's parts of it that has nothing to do with the film industry, but the people that try to argue that are really just in denial. Because you can, and I mean that because you'll drive down the street and you'll see that it's blocked off for filming purposes, and it's second nature for us to be like, "Oh, okay, let me just turn off. Mm-hmm. Let me just turn off the street. Let me just go around it."
Yeah.
You don't stop and say, "Oh, what are they filming?" Like in the other city, you'll be like, "Oh, what are they doing?" You don't get rubberneck at all. You just like, "Oh yeah, like another Tuesday." Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by the city of Los Angeles. To me, is such a film city, and everyone is a part of it, directly or indirectly.
Yeah. That's almost like when you say back home in Houston, when you see everybody, if you got on a white collar or a blue collar, you know that you're in engineering or something like that.
Correct.
Or if you go down to the medical center, everybody's a nurse or a doctor or something.
Correct.
Like that. Yeah.
Correct.
Doubt.
Exactly.
No doubt.
So that's that. Then, something too to know is the independent game, the independent industry, and LA is coming up too. Like it's a whole thing for the independent filmmaker and all of that. Yeah. So you can make it to the Oscars with an independent film.
I know that.
So that's what's dope about LA also. Then you got the La La Land of it, the fantasy of it. Mm-hmm. When you come out here, you think that the stars on Hollywood Boulevard is paved in gold, and it's not. Hollywood Boulevard is very actually dirty. Yeah. And once you've done it once, you don't need to do it again. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I mean, shit, every time I go to New York, I gotta go to Times Square. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you it's a difference. Go. I wish you had went today. Go to Hollywood Boulevard and see if you feel the magic. There is none.
Well, it's my first time here, so why would it not be? Why would I not feel the magic the first time I got there?
I mean, you're right. The first time I seen Michael Jackson on The Star, I was like geeked. Like, oh, Michael Jackson, because I love Michael Jackson. Yeah. But second time I was there, I was like, oh, I'm over this. Yeah. Third time, I'm like, oh, why people, keep visiting me? I have to keep going. Yeah. By the fourth time, I was like, y'all can go, Uber, and meet me at this restaurant. Like I was done with the crowd, with the dirtiness, it's just too much. Okay. And LA is already too much as a grind, which brings me to the third point, to where you don't want to deal with the touristy stuff. Yeah. Because it's a little fake. It's not what's real in LA and what LA really, really is about, Okay. So to the third point. Okay. The city itself promotes a grind, maybe like New York. It promotes a grind that if you want to make it, you have to almost be doggy dog or so willing to sleep in your car, or let's leave it at that, stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people leave. There's a report that so many thousands of people leave every month from LA. It's crazy. And you just got to be on your toes, and you got to know the game, and you got to know, if you didn't know that people are evil, then you would know it living here. Yeah. you will know it quick. Yeah. So some of those things, like you got to know the city, you got to know. I think Houston is a city of singles in some ways. At least when I was there, I felt that.
When you say that singles, what do you mean?
A single city, like a lot of majority of people are single in the in the city. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not the outskirts.
Okay.
LA, I feel like, is a lonely city.
Lonely city.
It's a very lonely city with friends, with relationships. And I don't know what it is, but a lot of people would agree with me. And we have tried to dissect it. And we're like, oh, maybe because it's another pretty girl around the corner. Like, oh, I don't want to settle for her because there's going to be another pretty girl that may be even prettier. Some people have that theory. Some people just don't want to commit because they're so on the grind and they don't want to get off course. You know, I don't know what it is, but that's the other part of LA that people really don't talk about.
So relationships hold you back out here if you're on the ground?
Some people believe so. Some people really do believe so. But studies have shown that especially men do better in relationships.
Out here?
Period. Studies show that men do better with someone. They go further with someone in a relationship.
Because I was going to say, why does that matter if we're talking about LA? I was going to say, why does that matter?
Why does that matter? Yeah.
Okay, you're saying, but just period.
Just period. But somehow people in LA don't believe that.
Okay.
But it's true. For men, for sure, studies show that they go further career-wise and maybe personal development-wise also with a woman.
Okay.
And they live longer in relationships. Look it up.
I got to be honest. I'm sitting here next to you, and I really can't believe that that I'm here in California, because for me, I never thought I'd come out here.
Why though?
Because I'm under the pretense that I can make it from Houston, especially being an independent, especially having that drive to create on my own. I can make it from Houston, and then when I make it, it won't matter. I just take a flight to wherever. So if I was going anywhere outside of Houston, it was probably be New York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or I've been to Chicago a few times. I've been to Atlanta. I lived in Florida for a minute.
Yeah. I love Atlanta.
And
I love Florida too, though.
And so this is my first time here. So I'm kind of like, this is my first time in another city.
Yeah.
And renting a vehicle to be able to move around.
Everything is far, isn't it?
It's like Houston.
It's like Houston.
You got to have a car in Houston.
You got to have a car.
No doubt.
Dallas too. That's why I fit in. Like, it's nothing to me.